So you remember previously meeting with Shalelu, and she talked a lot about the different goblin tribes. She tells you that most of the goblin tribes, they're like sanctuaries within the hinterlands. If you guys remember, you have a handout of a picture of the map of the hinterlands. Um, pretty broad area outside of town. Typically, the goblin encampments have taken like very different tribes of goblins that have been in different sections of the hinterlands. But she reports that curiously, most of them right now are empty. In fact, she's heard a lot of rumors that the goblins have been gathering in a place called Thistletop, which is located in Nettlewood.
Is
If
that
you
where
look
we
at
went hunting?
Oh,
no,
hang
you
on.
went you went
That was
hunting
Tickwood,
in
right?
Tickwood, right?
Tickwood. Oh, silly
So
fucking.
Hang on.
yeah, Sandpoint, you remember is on the coast here, right in about the middle and the
I'm
northwest.
looking at the map.
Oh, I
Yep.
see it. Okay.
Follow that over to the east. Thistletop is also on the coast, way to the east. And she says that Thistletop is one of the tribes of goblins lives there, and it's been curious to see that most of the goblins have actually been seeming to amass over in Thistletop.
What is Thistletop? Is it a mountain complex? Is it a cave complex? Is it an actual like structure?
So there is an actual structure there. In fact, a long time ago, it was a temple to Lamashtu.
Of
And
course it was.
yeah, so
Fuck.
it's long since been abandoned, but one of the goblin tribes moved in there, the one controlled by Rip Nugget, and he has been controlling Thistletop for some time now. They turned the old chapel into a fortress.
Okay.
So there are a lot of goblins there.
Yep, she tells you that things seem to have died down temporarily, but she gets a feeling of things amassing. And you,
Good thing I just picked up a flaming spear.
flaming
So
sphere.
I'm just looking at the map. I'll say to her, so if we wanted to go and scout out Thistletop or whatever, I noticed the main road goes about at the Thistle River crossing. Is it wise to just go through the Nettlewood to reach Thistletop? Would you recommend going along the coastline instead?
She tells you that you certainly could go along the coastline if you had a ship that could do it, but there's a lot of cliffs around there, and it would be difficult to make any kind of landing. The safest way is probably through the Nettlewood on the way through or to get to Thistletop, especially if you have someone who has some kind of survival skills that could lead you through the woods.
I was gonna say, do we
Have a ranger? Why, yes, we do.
can Sarah roll and see what we might be expecting in the Nettlewood? I know we rolled for like that Tickwood place and there wasn't much in there, but I would imagine the Nettlewood might be more wild.
Sure, what would I roll? Knowledge.
Knowledge nature, knowledge geography, something like that.
Okay, I got nature.
Seems I know these woods a little bit better than someone else.
By all means.
Fucking burnt down my bog.
Okay.
They can't burn down my bog. My dinosaur's still there. I'll go into a
The,
blood frenzy and kill everyone.
Man, that's some violent shit you're talking about.
Don't kill
the
my fucking
Nettlewood.
dinosaur.
I want to see if they have actually. Hold on a second. Where the fuck is it? Some of the stuff they ended up putting in like all different parts of this PDF, so it's difficult to keep track of
Oh,
what's
you can't do your
around.
job. Okay, good luck.
I know. I can't do my job.
One fucking job, man. Read a PDF. Just saying.
Harsh.
Oops. I'm gonna add something.
So Nettlewood, in terms of finding animals in there, you'd find the same stuff that you'd find in most of the forests around here. I mean, people have gone hunting in the Nettlewood similar to how they have in the Tickwood before the goblins took over. Most of what you're going to find there that would be a little bit dangerous is that, unlike some of the other woods in the area, which grow a little bit taller and have more open forests, the woods in the Nettlewood are a little bit denser and shorter, and they tend to have a lot of brambles and are adequately named because of the nettles in there. Kind of like a stinging nettle. Certainly nothing life-threatening, but if anything, it could just be uncomfortable.
Okay. We're probably not going to encounter it, but just because I'm curious, the paupers' graves that are right next to it, what's that? Just curious if you know right offhand, or if we do.
Tried to roll again.
So
I'm just
before
very wary of
Sandpoint,
anything undead related.
you don't get the impression that there's no local history of there being any kind of problems with undead in the area. Before Sandpoint was settled, Varisians often visited the coastline here. One of the many traditional graveyard sites in the region. This is one of the traditional graveyard sites in the region. When Sandpoint began construction, a large influx of poor and desperate laborers from Magnamar came to the region, hoping to be rewarded for helping to build the new town. However, as you can imagine, that's not exactly how it turned out. And a lot of those that died in labor during the construction were buried out here, which is why it's known as the paupers' graves. Most of these bodies are gone these days, devoured by, well, they had a problem with the ghouls a few years back, but there's no note of any kind of problems with undead these days.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
that's
so
probably.
I am feeling kind of lazy, and you don't want to see me on a horse, so I like this ship idea.
Well, let's not go yet. Let's do the ghost baby side quest first. But
Whoa, wait, why? Whoa, what?
Because
Hey,
it's closer.
who the hell are we gonna call? Not us.
I would think
I'm the guy who
because
speaks to the dead people. I'm
it's a
saying no.
side quest. If I've learned anything in video games, it's that you don't go forward with the main story before you clear the side quests, or they'll be gone.
How do you
We're still
know
here.
the baby
Okay,
isn't
more
the
problems.
main quest?
Because it's not a goblin baby.
What if it's Lamash 2 Reborn?
Well, then we're just fucked.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters 2. See, it's ruined us all. Give me a baby.
Does anyone else? Can anyone else think of any questions for the elf chick that might help us out?
Where
I
else
was
has she
looking
been?
at the map,
Should be there.
Besides this old top? Has she been anyplace else? When did she get back?
Are any of those
How long
goblin
were we
lords
just
gonna
in
be
there?
Ooh, can we mention her? Can we say we've actually got something interesting? And well, before I say it, I was going to tell her about Corvus, because that was the goblin you suplexed in. He was the leader of one of the tribes.
Right, he was leader of one of the tribes. She tells you at this point that Rip Nugget has absorbed most of the other tribes, so she had been curious why his clan hadn't seemed to be in chaos without their leader, but it's just that at this point, Rip Nugget has kind of taken control of all the tribes in the area.
Wasn't
Did
it
she?
time-wise like 30 hours ago? 36 hours ago? How the fuck did word spread that fast? It's 5 miles away through Goblin networks.
He was missing.
So yeah, Corvus was missing for quite some time.
Okay,
he'd
alright, fine.
been trapped in the catacombs for a while, which is why he'd become all twisted and stuff. He'd been down there for a little while.
So does she know the status of any of the other? There's 4 more tribe leaders. We know Rip Nuggets at Thistletop. He's taken over the rest of them. Corvus is dead. I've got Big Gugmut, Vorka, Rendwaddle Gutwad, my favorite, and
Gutwad.
Bruthasmus.
She doesn't know much about them, just that a lot of the other goblins that haven't gone to Thistletop have been laying low. It seems that a lot of them are kind of worried about retaliation from the long shanks, as they call them. She knows for certain that none of those goblins have reported to Thistletop,
Oh,
and they probably very much would not enjoy being ruled by a Rip Nugget.
guys.
So is it only Shanae here right now? I mean, how safe is the city? Are they all just literally hiding that scared that the city's going to retaliate with us?
I mean, they have you still have some of the city guard around. It's just that the other guy is off at Magnamar. But remember, the sheriff left to go to Magnamar specifically to get reinforcements so they could strike out at the goblins.
I really think there's an opportunity here to play politics if we can find the rest of these fucking goblin leaders. Maybe sow some discord, and then they'll kind of fight amongst themselves, and we come in and just
Well, he
clean
just
it
said
all up.
that Rip Nugget kind of took over anyway.
Right, but he says that the other leaders like might
You want to go
resent it.
negotiate with the small guys? Are you fucking serious? Go
Not
for it.
Not
Have fun.
negotiate.
See you in
not
the bog.
Not
Send me a note.
negotiate. Just fool them into being like, oh, here's a way to get around this, and then we use them as like the distraction. We're gonna kill them all anyway.
Okay,
Obviously.
That got fucking Trump in a
Obviously.
hurry.
Just something to keep in mind if we run into one of the other tribe leaders
You want to try
before
and trick
we.
goblins into attacking and killing other goblins, which is what a goblin's nature is to do.
Yes.
They're going to do that anyways. As long as they just don't do it in this city, but more importantly, my bog up there, that's fine with me. I don't care. Do what you got to do.
Okay. Okay. All right, I don't have any more questions.
How long until sheriff would be back? Again, I'm sorry. I feel like I don't know how long we were just in the catacombs and everything there.
You guys probably weren't in the catacombs for that long, but what's happening now is taking place over the course
Uh-huh.
a couple of days after you get out of the catacombs. Because, like I said, you're going to have a couple days of downtime here, during which you could go, doing any kind of shopping, head back to the inn, etc., etc.
How long? Can we ask her how long the trip is from here to Thistletop?
Probably a
6
couple.
miles?
Yeah, it's not that long. Probably a couple, maybe an hour or two by horseback.
Oh,
A little bit longer if you were marching yourself.
I need a really big horse.
The horse is just big boned.
Thanks.
Oh, I can't use the little key at the bottom there.
So you guys are more in favor of waiting until around midnight, getting a little slosh to go and try to find a dead child walking around a
Yep.
blacksmith?
I think we should
Yeah.
go talk to the blacksmith first.
Oh, it's only like it's like about 5 miles to Thistletop.
That's not bad. All right, let's talk to the blacksmith about the baby, and then we'll give this
The
guy
baby.
time, or we'll just go to this.
That's an awkward cold call. Hey, so dead kids?
Yeah.
See any dead kids lately? No.
Maybe we could like invite him for some drinks at the inn, butter him up, so to speak.
And then talk about his dead kids. Yeah, that'll work out great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
But would you guys like to go to the inn, or would you like to go try and find Corvus?
Is Corvus the blacksmith?
Das Corvette.
Das Corvus, excuse me. I said Corvus, which was the goblin.
I was like,
Thank you.
Corvus is back, and he's a blacksmith.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
the
look for
biggest.
his
It's the biggest twist you never
I
saw
would have
coming.
gotten away with it too if it weren't for you.
phone. All right, I'm gonna call him Corey.
All right, let's go to the blacksmith.
You go talk to Corey. Good old Corey.
Middle of the afternoon here.
Middle of the afternoon. Inviting him to the inn probably wouldn't have been very difficult because Corvus is quite the nasty drunk, especially right now. Rumors are just starting to get out about this apparition that's been appearing around town. But for Corvus, for Corey, we're gonna go with that. Thank you, Jason. For Corey, he's all too familiar with who the apparition is, and it's been bothering him for some days now. This has pushed his regular alcoholism to an edge, and he's already pretty sloshed, even working at the forge. He kind of has been known around town as an angry drunk to begin with, and doesn't give you a very pleasant greeting, grunting at you when you come in and asking, "What do you want?"
So he's drunkenly working on weapons when we come in.
Yeah, sure. He's
Oh God.
badass.
Huh.
So what's this about this undead baby?
I feel like maybe.
Someone with a higher charisma score want to do that?
Well, I was gonna say maybe some sort of buttering up might be good, or I don't
Buy him
know
a drink?
What else?
Why
do
butter
we know-
up? We're the ones gonna be helping him.
Yeah, I know, but I would think that he doesn't really want help if he's alcoholically making weapons.
Then let him deal with the undead baby himself.
He's a functioning alcoholic. He
That
can
doesn't
handle
put XP in the pockets, Mike.
it.
Okay,
Babies.
let's just
Babies.
I'll go up
Bye.
I'll go up to Corvid if I need to roll like a diplomacy check or something and just say, "Hey, Corvid, how's the blacksmithing business going? You're seem to be a bit in the cups lately."
I'm always in the cups these days, especially after what happened to my son. There's no baby wandering around. That's my son you're talking about. He's been
I guess he didn't need any buttering up after all.
no, he's buttering up. He's you can tell that he's not coping well. You would probably know from being around town. Corvit, his son was one of the ones killed in the string of murders in the late Unpleasantness 5 years ago. I don't know what that 9 check was for, but whoever rolled it just ruined everything.
I was gonna do a heal check, but I don't think I can fix this. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think you.
Was he
You offer him some black coffee, and he just promptly spikes it with some Irish whiskey. That's all.
was he killed? He was killed by the one serial killer dude. Fuck.
Yeah, the chopper.
Yeah.
The chopper.
That's the dude who stole the body?
Okay.
No.
No,
The
that's
dude who stole the
long
bodies,
time
that's
ago.
all the goblins. That's different.
I apologize. I left my notes are still. Yeah.
That's no problem.
Um.
He tells you, I've been seeing him for days, but I thought it was just dreams. But now I hear everybody else is seeing him too. I can't seem to get him out of my mind. He proceeds to go into ranting and ravings from there. He lost both his wife and son, but his son, curiously enough, was when they eventually raided Chopper's Isle and found the guy, killed him, or found that he had killed himself and all that. They recovered all of the
His
remains,
son-
but the only body that they could never found was that of his son.
Ooh. Fuck. We're gonna have to find this kid's body.
God damn it! I'm sick of finding bodies. Like, just more shit you guys are gonna find.
I mean, you haven't found a body yet. You
I'm
found
not
a missing
sick of
body.
making bodies.
with your swing. We're gonna have a talk.
So, okay, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I guess we're probably supposed to confront the baby, but I'm wondering maybe if we're not supposed to go over to the chopper place and maybe, I don't know, if maybe we could find the kid's body and maybe that would help. What do you guys think?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to detect undead. We're gonna look around and say, "Here, kitty, kitty."
How's your turn undead?
I'm sorry. I'm closer to a witch doctor than a cleric. You want to fight me on this? Do you not like my skills? You want? Are we? Yeah. I'm sorry. Are we not good enough for you?
Aw.
I mean,
Fair enough.
I've still got my 4 vials of holy water, so I'm pretty sure we could solve this problem pretty quickly. But if there's like a way to solve
Thanks,
it
man.
without it coming back,
Maybe.
I don't know. If we just want to go kill the baby, let's go kill the baby.
What's wrong with a ghost kid walking around?
I was gonna
What's
say
your problem
that
with this?
he's
What's the problem with
not
this?
very happy at the idea of you sitting here talking about going and killing his baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a
This
with
is
a
all-
ghost
this-
child.
Ned, this is all out of character.
Is it?
We didn't just turn aside like, oh, we go kill this baby. Maybe we can. Okay, we'll kill. Anyway, fuck.
I'm taking it pretty literally. I don't
did
even
anything-
fucking know anymore.
Did any?
Where the
Can,
fuck's his
can I
webcam
ask
at?
him? Can I ask him? Did anything else unusual happen in the last few days before he started appearing to you? Did anything different?
No, I mean he's had nightmares about his son for a long time, but it's only recently that he started hearing rumors of other people talking about him as well. Yeah, after he talks to you, like you notice as he's hammering, like and messing with the forge and stuff, he's muttering to himself. Talks a lot about the chicken shit city guards never go investigate. Nobody will go back there. Too scared. Nothing's up there. It's just a dead island at this point.
Okay, we gotta go to that island.
I
was
think we
right.
gotta go, yeah.
And is that where the big crumbly place is on the main map, Ned?
So on the main map that you're looking at right now, that's pulled
Yeah.
up. So the crumbly place, this is the big old lighthouse called
Lighthouse,
the Old
right.
Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Chopper's Isle.
Oh, okay.
That's what they refer to these days as Chopper's Isle. So it's this big kind of island off to itself. Notice the beaches around the bottom here. At high tide, Chopper's Isle is actually its own island. At low tide, the tide will recede enough to reveal the beaches around the base.
We're gonna get trapped on this fucking island.
We. You.
Oh, that's right. You can swim.
Even when the tide comes up, you're talking about like being at the beach, right? I mean, it's not like it's deep enough that you can't get out or you can't walk. It's
He's
just
2
that
feet tall.
it
We're gonna lose
yeah,
him.
he-
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna
he
say.
can.
I'll
I'd
just
say
ride on
Sean
your back.
Sean might have some problems, but everybody else would be about waist height to wade through the water.
Not carrying you.
Okay.
I'll throw you.
I
Not
say,
carrying.
I guess we gotta go to the island.
Chopper's Isle
do
to
it.
investigate the missing body of a dead 9-year-old for no apparent reason. When
Let's do
goblins are ready to gather in power outside the city, 5 miles away. Sure.
We don't want a bunch of bullshit at our backs.
All right.
Do
City
we
of
want to
Peril.
ask him if there's a specific area of the isle that...
What can we ask him if he remembers
Doesn't
like
look
when
like it's a big aisle.
Yeah.
when his kid
Alright.
was
Not that big.
when his kid was initially, had the
Murdered.
unpleasantness happen to him. Is there anything he can tell us as far as like his disappearance or shit like that. And we
Is
can
he
go.
just
Oh, we could go
there
talk to the guards
and
too.
went missing, or did he get murdered
I-
and you think the murderer was there?
I don't think the
He disappeared off the streets, and witnesses say that he was taken from right in front of the blacksmith itself. Like both him
Jeez.
and his wife were coming home when he was taken.
Fucking father of the year.
I don't think
gonna
talking
say,
to the
watch your
guards is
kids.
gonna help.
Where the fuck is his wife?
anything.
Where's his wife?
His
wife's
wife is
dead.
also taken. His wife is dead as well.
I have very shitty note-taking skills.
Now you made him sad.
I don't. If the guards aren't gonna do anything, they're not gonna cooperate with us.
They might not cooperate, but I figured that maybe they'll reveal some reason as to like why they seem to not give a shit about it. Like maybe they don't like this guy for whatever reason, or maybe I don't know.
Maybe they're just useless.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I want to hire an apprentice.
Okay. Well,
Are we
I
waiting
think
till
we,
night?
I think we should talk to the guards, but if we can still just go to the.
I don't think we should talk to the guards.
Pretty sure we should talk to the guards.
I think we should just go.
I'm pretty sure we should talk to the guards. There has to
Man.
be a reason why they did not investigate a missing
The guards
child
are
in a
gone.
city of what,
The
500,
sheriff's gone,
600?
Yeah, it can't hurt to talk to the
How
guard.
big is Sandpoint, Ned, people-wise, population?
Let me get the exact figures for you. I think it's a couple thousand, just 2,000 or 3,000.
Why the fuck with a child missing? I mean, I know this is not modern times, but
Or they know who the serial killer is, and the serial killer is too powerful to.
Population 1,240.
Jeez, oh.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Amber Alert would be a thing.
But this
if a
was
child
all.
went missing.
Well, this was all happening at the same time where a bunch of this is all happening when like a bunch of people were being killed as well, and like it was during the unpleasantness, like a bunch of bullshit was happening. Like it may just be in fact that we were super fucking busy, but still,
Well,
it's
the sheriff's aren't in. The sheriff's not in town, so are the couple
Yeah.
of guards remaining even gonna know?
Let's go scare the shit out of Lieutenant.
that's true.
I say we talk to the cops.
Yeah, let's go. Can we find any guards in particular, Ned?
You could head down to the barracks, but most of these people consider either you or good old Shalelu in charge at this point, since the sheriff left you in charge. If you ask some people about it, they would tell you that after the late unpleasantness, everybody was just glad to be rid of that place. And don't you know it's haunted? Nobody's going to go back there just to try and find a body.
Island
Like,
or the lighthouse?
Oh, if
The-
we're
the
in
island.
charge,
The
we'll
island.
just order these city guards to go do it. We'll go take
We'll
care
take
of the
3 with us.
goblins. Yeah.
We'll take 3 with us.
Ned, can we bring?
Deputies.
We're deputizing them.
They're just gonna be dead weight and suck up experience.
Wouldn't
That's exactly what I think of Sean, but he's still coming with us too. So
wouldn't Shalelu kind of
I don't weigh
outrank us
that
in this
much.
situation, or did she already leave?
she's already there right now. She's actually not going ranging at this point.
Can we bring her?
She insists that she needs to stay behind to do whatever she can to take care of the city.
Let's just go there and kill some dead babies.
Okay.
Kill some dead babies. That's a good sentence.
exactly what I expect for the people who've done nothing but break and enter, loot, and steal for like the last 7 times we play.
To be fair, if it's been however many years since this late unpleasantness, and they just have this fucking like goth island right near them, and no one seems to give a shit, like maybe someone should go clean it. Nah, it's fine.
You get the
This is
impression that
long
they're
overdue.
just more scared, and they don't think that there's any need to. Like, nobody's being harmed. They get some rumors of ghosts every now and again, but it seems that everything's okay, and they're just too like the blacksmith said, chicken shit. They don't want to deal with it.
Pooswas.
2 deputies. I say we take 2 deputies with us. Dress them in red.
Oh God.
All right, but we going now? We going at night?
We should go
Let's
now.
go
No, now,
And then
yeah.
we can wait till night if there's nothing there.
Oh, so yeah. Don't be pussies like the cops. Yeah, I
We
get
got
it.
a little-
That's cool.
we got a little
Sun out.
camping
Yeah,
trip.
come on. You guys are wusses. Let's go now.
Camping usually does not work out well for me. I'll just put that out there.
All right, seriously, can we take 2?
You can certainly take 2,
I'm
though.
gonna take
Whether
2.
or not they'll be any useful would be a
Doesn't matter.
debate.
Be useful as meat shields.
All right.
I'll say Secret Service for the mayoral candidate. Yeah. They can just stand near me.
All right. the guards draw straws, and the two who lose very begrudgingly follow you along.
What are their names?
One of them is named Redius 1, and the other is named
Jerome.
Ruddy 2.
Wait. What are their names?
Red 1 and Red 2, buddy.
Oh my god. Not even gonna write it down.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's head to the
Do they have families?
island.
One of them will very happily whip out his wallet and show you the picture of his 6 kids at home.
His name's gonna be Luke.
And
Wait,
the
they have
other is-
cameras?
The other is 3 days from retirement.
Thank you.
How does he have a
And that's gonna be
picture of his
Jerome.
wallet?
Jerome's gonna be 3 days from retirement.
Paintings in his wallet, Sean. Very
How
small
big
paintings.
is this man's wallet?
Maybe it's an etching.
all right. What's island time? Let's do this.
Okay.
Get some shit done.
I actually prepare with Detect Undead. I feel like I'm gonna have to prepare with Detect Undead.
No matter how quietly you start to head out there, the word would gather very quickly that you're going to investigate the Isle. And as you start to head that way, very curious onlookers would dot the coastline and the cliffs around the old light
It's a
to
parade.
watch as you guys ascend the Isle. Yeah, it really,
I'm going to
really
yell
is
out
like
to
a
all
parade.
the onlookers. Mayor Deverin has never handled the problem of this ghost isle. I, Theodric Eurydice Pimpernel, who will be seeking your vote soon, get things done. Okay, let's go.
And then you hide behind your 2 guys dressed in red
Theo.
and your 7'3" crocodile.
I'm too important to this community.
Ooh, we'll see about that.
So as you guys approach the Isle, it is a true island at high tide, like I mentioned, and there's actually a craggly cliff that you have to climb up a bit to get to the top of the Isle. Originally, when Stute moved out here, if you recall that he was at one point very popular with the locals, and the woodworking guild had made him a stairway to the top of the cliffs, just so that it could easily be ascended. But a couple years of mistreatment, neglect, and the rising and lowering of the water tide has made that a little bit ruined. So there's probably about 10 to 15 feet of the cliff face that you need to climb to make it up to the leftover remains of the stairs. So you guys need to have either like some kind of rope or make like it's a DC 10 climb check to scale the rocks to get up to where you can catch the bottom of the
okay.
staircase.
Okay, I'm also gonna go ahead. I can use, if y'all want, Inspire Competence. That'll give you +2 on
Yeah.
a skill check.
Yes. I don't have climb.
I have climbed.
I'm a mage. I don't like this.
Hold on.
It's a DC 10. You'll be okay.
That's only
Ned.
50-50.
Ned.
I got 11.
Negative, Sean.
I respect you as the DM, trying to be like, it's okay, climb the cliff, flip the coin.
Look,
The
if
giant
the fucking 500-pound
crocodile-
guy could do it,
Yeah,
you guys can
the
do it.
Giant crocodile, the wizard, and the fighter have all made it up.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. Mine is actually -1 for my climb.
Can I taunt you? And Sarah walks up sideways like she's in the fucking Adam West Batman movies. The hell's wrong with you guys?
We're almost there. Why are
like
we
that.
walking this way?
Good clerks reference.
So you guys you guys make it pretty easily. All of you seem to have no problem at all getting to the base of the stairway. The stairway itself is pretty ruined at this point, would need a major overhaul. Very run down and a little bit slick, but prevents no challenge for you if you carefully ascend around the cliff and up to the top. As soon as you get to the top of the island, this land is basically a 2-acre area that is just completely unfit for farming. Heavy moss sags from branches of old oak trees, and nearly
Stranger
every
danger.
tree has limbs that have been carved in the shapes of hawks, eagles, vultures, and a few long dead trees have been shaved down, leaving only delicately carved cranes that seem to have aged well enough over the past 5 years. Most of this expanse is pretty empty, and there's only one building that you come to. However, it seems to have not taken the decay very well and appears to largely be crumbling down. So, you guys would be able to arrive at Stute's old house, his old complex here. Similar to
Ooh, neat.
the rest of the island, it appears to have been largely carved with many of the birds and etchings of birds all throughout the. Theodore's just excited. He wants to go to this house too.
It's pronounced Theadric, actually.
Similar to the rest of the island, this house shows a lot of signs of having had birds carved all over it in different varieties, from etchings on the walls to pillars that have been finely shaped into statues of egrets and other birds as well. So you also notice as you're coming up the cliff, strange claw marks have been made into the hard earth that lead to the cliff edge.
Fuck.
You'll see a lot of caches of bones, mostly animal, but some seem a little bit larger. They appear to have been gnawed on by a toothy creature fairly recently, and the tracks lead back
Brock.
to the sand point. Yeah, come on, Jason. All right, so this is the old house. You see signs that as well that it's a little bit charred on the edges and appears like a fire was put out here.
All right.
I pull out a scroll and cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
Can we pause for like 1 minute? I'm gonna try and make a wired connection. I didn't even see like Sarah or Dom anymore.
Hold on a second.
Like 2 minutes.
Yep.
Just 2 minutes. 1 second.
minutes.
Bathroom while we're waiting.
That sounds like
Yep.
an idea.